In today's video, we are going to go over every vehicle from GTA 6 screenshots that I managed to identify. I have already made a video like this, but went over vehicles from trailer 2 and now it's time for screenshots. If you haven't watched my previous video, go check it out, but only after watching this one. Finally, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel, it would be an amazing reward. Now let's begin. So in the first screenshot we can see Jason Duval on Ocean Beach, and the first car that we see in the background is actually Coquette D10, a returning car from GTA 5. Then we get a look at Real Dimes dancing on a car in front of Jack of Hearts strip club, and they are actually dancing on GTA's Obey, which is based on real life Audi A7. In this screenshot we got lots of different cars. I have managed to identify the majority of vehicles in the screenshot, however not every single one. In the sky we can see a returning helicopter Swift, then we can see Grotti Turismo Classic, Grotti Furiam, Pista Comet S2 Cabrio, Maybazzo Penumbra, Galliventa Bola, Bravada Dorada, White Imponte Ruina, and the returning Bravada Banshee. We can also see Grotti Carbonizar, Inus Paragon, and a Black Tulip. We can also see Impoller SZ, another Galliventa Bola ST, one more Coquette D10, a Miami Bus, and a car that heavily reminds me of Carrion Sultan Classic, but it could actually be a new one. You can also see a van that heavily resembles real-life Ford Transit. And now let's move to police vehicles such as Chevy Silverado Police and Ford Explorer Police. And the final vehicle in this screenshot is Dinka Segoy. Over here we have another screenshot packed with different cars. We can see Pista Estron, Jaguar XZ, Pegassi Tempesta, another Coquette, Pista Growler, Stallion, Albany VSTR, another car based on Ford Explorer, Pista Comet S2, Albany Emperor, another Pegassi Tempesta, Grotti Cheetah, another Pegassi which is based on real-life Lamborghini Urus, which is Pegassi Taurus. You can also see a new car which is based on Dodge Grand Caravan. You can also see a Maverick in the sky. And finally you can see a huge cruise liner which is probably based on real life 7 Seas Granger. In these screenshots of Brian Hader we can see his car, Cara 4X4, that we saw in the beginning of the second trailer. Over here we can see a returning passenger plane which is returning from GTA 5 and it is Buckingham Shamal. In this screenshot of Bobby Ike and Drake One Priest, we don't get to see the full car, but its shape heavily reminds me of Albany Emperor. In this screenshot we can see a Police Buffalo STX and a new car based on Dodge Grand Caravan once again. Over here we can see lots of different bicycles and the returning vehicle Dinka Verus. Over here, the majority of the cars are just returning ones from GTA 5, such as the Classy Tulip M100, Bravada Buffalo, the Classy Vigera ZX Cabrio, Sanchez, Nagasaki Outlaw, and Blazer, and a new car which is probably based on Ford Fusion. Right here we can see a Dodo plane, a new boat which is probably Miami Defender with a minigun, a returning car such as Vapid Picado, Canis Mesa, and a Buffalo Bison. You can also see a Speedo van and a few Speedophile Sea Sharks. Over here in this screenshot of Leonidas, we get a look at the Classy Yosemite 1500, the Classy Volton L35, a new van that is probably based on Mercedes Sprinter, a returning car the Classy Impala SC, a mobility scooter, and a bicycle. And another new van. Right here Jason is driving his iconic car. It is a new Vapid car that we saw in trailer 2. It does look a lot like Picado, but it is another model. In this screenshot of Carl and Jason fishing on a boat, they're actually on a boat that is based on real-life Sea Ray 370. In this screenshot we got lots of different boats, yachts and jet skis. Let's begin with the closest to us. It's a yacht based on real-life Azimuth 35. Then these two boats in front of us are based on real-life Contender. This one on the left is based on Pathfinder 22. Speedboat that you can see in the back is based on 43 Skater. This one over here is based on real-life 42 HCB. And these two good-looking yachts are based on real-life Aquila 70. This one in the back is based on Sea Ray 370. We also got a couple of returning Speedophile jet skis. In this screenshot we can see that we are getting another strip club. But what's more important is that we get a returning Imponte Phoenix, Albany Emperor, Speedo Van, the Classy Volton L35, and a new car based on Infiniti Q45. In this pretty interesting screenshot, we can identify that this car on the left that is closest to us is actually based on Ford F-150 1997, and just look at the details. The damage on the car and the dirt is just amazing. And over here in the background we can see Inus Jubilee. Over here we got lots of bikes. To be honest, I couldn't really identify any of them, except for LCC Avarus, Zombie Chopper, Western Sovereign, and the Western Beggar. However, in the background we can see Empola LX, Albany Primo, and the new pickup truck, which is probably based on Dodge Ram 3500. Right here we get a look at a new motorcycle, which is probably called Principe Alvino V1. Here we can see a returning plane, which is Duster, and a Bobcat XL. Right here we got a returning box wheel from GTA 5, Zirconium Johnny, Vapid Caracara 4x4, and here we got another SUV. It could be a new one, but I couldn't really identify because it's too dark over here. We can also see a few airboats, and we also got lots of different cars on the bridge. However, the lighting is too dark and the distance is too far away to identify them. In this screenshot we got big details, and the car that is being cleaned is probably based on Ford Mustang S550. Because if you compare the interiors, they are just identical. In this one we got quite a few new cars, such as a truck that is based on Dodge Ram 1500, Senkin XL, Speedo Van, Karin Rebel, Journey Camper, Gallivanta Bola ST, Sentinel XS, Benefactor Dubster, Impala CZ, Dinka Segoy, another Vapid Picador, Bobcat XL. In this screenshot of Mount Calgar, we can see Sanchez, Manches, and Blazer, which are all the returning vehicles. Right here we get a look at Bravada Bison, an airboat in the back, a police Maverick, and two police SUVs based on Ford F-150. Over here you can see a new SUV based on Ford Explorer, a new truck based on Dodge Ram 2nd Gen, lots of different bikes, and a new car based on Dodge Avenger. So, those were all the cars from the GTA 6 screenshots. With the help of GTA 6 community and my own effort, I was able to identify the majority of them. However, there are still a lot of other vehicles that are really hard to identify, and I couldn't find any solid information about them yet. I'm sure the community will eventually figure those out, because they always do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I'll see you in the next one, because we have still got a lot more breakdowns to go. We haven't even touched the map yet, and I'm going to dive even deeper into the characters that we are getting in GTA 6. So stay tuned.